right, welcome. We're going to take a look to see what the vibe of your overall love life is going to be in 2025. All signs should watch. Your timestamp for your signs reading is in the comments. Let's get into it. It actually might pop up on the video. It depends. So we're going to start with Sagittarius. Let's see what your vibe in love is going to be this year, Sag. Don't forget to watch your 2025 forecast if you have not already. I was going to say now. So I feel that your overall vibe in love this year, Sagittarius, is going to be what you make it. I feel like there is a lot of potential for there to be some moments where you really do feel like you are enjoying the vibes. There's going to be some moments for you to feel like you're being manipulated or taken advantage of. But in all moments, Sagittarius, I want you to remember that you have the tools. You know how to say yes, you know how to say no, you know how to ask for more of what you may need. Social mask is here. Wearing a mask to hide true emotions, avoiding vulnerability, offering surface smiles to hide the deeper pain. Like I said, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a mixture for you in 2025, Sagittarius, but it's going to depend. And there is going to be a lot of, and even with that manipulation, maybe it won't even be people manipulating you, but you manipulating others by not sharing and showing your true self. I definitely do see there being some room for you to change that throughout the year. We'll see. So if you want to know more, go to www.guidancebymona.com and book a reading. All right, Aries. Let's see what your vibe in love is going to be in 2025. Don't forget to watch your monthly reading. I mean your yearly. I didn't do monthlies, not this month. So I feel like there are going to be a lot of unexpected shifts for you in your love life this year, Aries. It may not be disastrous. For some of you, this is going to look like a significant shift in how you balance out your relationship or your relationships if you're dating. For those of you where you're in a rocky situation, I would expect for that to completely hit a tower moment at some point where it breaks down and then you decide to move on. Whatever you're going through, whether you're navigating challenges with a partner this year, Aries, or you are navigating the pitfalls of dating, or you're just deciding to leave someone here this year, your vibe in your love life this year definitely does look transformational, to say the least. And come the end of 2025, you can expect to be in a whole different place. The condemnation card is here. For some of you, you may go through something very public in your relationships or like in your romantic life, or it's something that plays out widely on social media. And part of the issue here could be some judgments from others, some breakdowns in relationships with people around you. But to dive a little deeper into that, you want to book a personal reading, guidancebymona.com. Why am I putting these back? All right, Leo. Let's see what your vibe in love is going to be. Change in direction. A change in direction. Like, when we start talking about tower moments, especially as it relates to love, it doesn't always have to mean that there's going to be a significant breakdown and destruction of everything around you. It just looks like very powerful transformation. So whatever kind of transformation your spirit team, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in, feels that you need to experience in order to see love from a different light, and for some of you to get to where you're experiencing a lot of joy, and I won't say a fairy tale ending in love, but at least one where it's worth pouring your time and energy into. That's what's going to happen. Things are going to be, look, there's the happy endings card. And like I said, I was feeling a little iffy about saying that to you here, Leo, but your love life in 2025 is going to change for the better, no matter what that looks like. All right. So I definitely do feel like things are going to be a little shaky for you for bits. They will change, they will transform. Life goes on, things happen. But you can expect, like I said, come the end of the year, Leo, whatever needs to take place for you to get to a place where you can be okay and then move toward that happy ending, it'll happen. Aquarius, let's take a look to see what your vibe in love is going to be in 2025. Some of you may be feeling a bit stuck. For those of you that are going through a separation, there could be a delay with that. For those of you where you're in a relationship and you're happy enough, or you are at least committed, there are definitely going to be some challenges for you here. Definitely do remember, though, Aquarius, that despite the challenges that may come up for you, or despite how you may be feeling stuck in your love life, it's going to require a change in how you show up in love, whether it's for your partner or in future relationships. And you're going to have to remember all year that you are very capable of freeing yourself. You're not trapped anywhere. So if you start to feel stuck or stagnant, really do take some time and check in with yourself and ask, what can you do? There's the Lifesaver card. I'm telling you, for those of you where you are in difficult relationships, things have been difficult thus far, or like you have someone where you're seesawing back and forth with them in love, or you are someone where you're prone to cycles where you constantly find yourself in these situations where like you're stuck, you can expect for those cycles to repeat. I definitely do feel that you're going to be okay, that whatever it is that you need to receive in order to help you move forward or overcome the hurdle in your relationship or trust a new person, it will come, but you have to be open to that. Love may be a little frustrating for you here this year, Aquarius. Book a reading if you want to know more about your love life specifically. Gemini, let's go ahead and get into it, friends. What is your vibe in love in 2025? Danger approaching. So there may be some secrets that could have potentially been put away if you are in a committed relationship, where some of those things may come to the forefront here. For others of you, I really do feel that there's a lot of room for you to connect to like someone, or already be connected to someone who wants to drain you, or is draining you, or is doing things to you, or like, you know, you're prone to cycles where you let people just drain you in love. This is going to be the year that really shows you why you can't keep doing that shit no more. 2025 is a number 9 year, like, and that represents the end of cycles. So definitely do expect those things to change for you in Gemini, or for you in 2025, Gemini. And I will say as well, for those of you where you're single, you're going to continue to date. And remember, for each and every one of you, how that will resonate will be different. We'll see how it goes in love in 2025, Gemini. And like I said, general readings, be open. For those of you where you struggled a little bit in the first half of the year, second half of the year, Jupiter is going to be traveling through the sign of Cancer. So it's going to be like late May. And that's going to offer up an opportunity for you to strengthen your connections with others. So maybe not much luck in the first half of the year with love, Gemini, but second half, possible. And you can go to book a reading, description box or bio, if you're interested to learn more about your love life, Libra. To experience exactly what you need to this year to balance things out for yourself and for your family. For some of you, especially like if you're newly separated, or you find yourself going through some sort of a separation, or you're newly like looking to be in a relationship here, I think that the emphasis is going to be on your home life more maybe than love. Doesn't mean that you can't date or you won't date. I just don't know how much success I would expect to experience from that. Like, I would plan to date, to be open. Now, for those of you where you are in a committed relationship, I feel, especially if things are great, if you and your partner is solid and you just watching this because you love me, love that. I think that you and your partner are going to go on to have a very good year. Do make sure that it's a year of discipline. It's a year where you're not engaging in arguing. If you and your partner have been talking about like slowing down on drinking, indulging, things of that nature, this would be a great year to do that. I feel like you're going to identify all of the things that you and your partner are doing to one another or on an individual level and correct those things. Now, for those of you where you are in difficult relationships, like I said, you can expect for that to go in your favor. But just because it's going in your favor doesn't mean that you'll be with that person, but you will be better positioned by the end of the year here, Libra, to receive justice. I love y'all, Libra. I love Libras in general. I think you guys may very well be the best zodiac sign. And I'm a fucking Aries, so. Taurus, what's your vibe in love in 2025? Let's see, friends. And if you've been watching this video the whole way through, like, I keep saying it because at some point I'll split this up. But take this resonates. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can go to guidancebymona.com and book one. Taurus, let's see. Even if this don't hit for you, you book a personal reading, you will. Taurus, so this is going to be a year of introspection, learning a lot about yourself. I think that the purpose of this period of learning here, and you're like, Mona, this is fucking love reading. What are you talking about? Exactly. The purpose of this period of introspection here, Taurus, is I feel like you're growing, you're evolving. And how that will resonate for you in your relationship, if you're in a committed relationship, this is going to be a year where you and your partner really wise up and become more united. And that growth can either empower you to be like, we love each other so much, we should have been perfect since day one, and ride off into the sunset, or it can cause a little bit of friction. So as you are learning with your partner this year, Taurus, again, for those of you in committed relationships, be gentle, but don't take no bullshit. I'll be trying to figure out, like, what's the proper balance to give y'all with the advice, and it's just like, yeah, love and light until it's time to turn the motherfucking lights off and set it off. You understand what I'm saying? Speculation. Be really mindful, Taurus. Like I said, you and your partner, for those of you where you're with someone, you're going to be growing, and like if there's been a lot of accusations in your connection, you could expect that as well. For those of you in fucked up situationships, yes, I said fucked up because I think it's unfortunate, friend, that you letting that man or woman hold you down and ruin your life. I'm kidding. I'm serious, really. But it's going to be a year where you wise up. It really is. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about the world around you. And I feel that you are going to be very skeptical of others as well this year. And in addition to that, like, some of you may be chasing bullshit, or you've been in a situation where you constantly seek out these sorts of situations that you shouldn't be in. And then, like, you got to go back and make some adjustments. And it's okay, but that's changing this year. So we got Taurus, Virgo. Let's see what your vibe in love is going to be for 2025. I'm so sick of missing you. I don't know. It's just spirit is it's blasting in my head, and that is so crazy because what am I listening to? Used to Stress by Zerando. Delays in your relationship year this year, Virgo. For those of you where you are committed to someone, I get the sense that for those of you in committed relationships, trying to kind of figure out what the path forward is going to be. And for those of you where you are the one that is experiencing this feeling of unsureness then you will be the one causing the delays. But for others of you where you and your partner are trying to figure out, like, where do we grow from here, there are going to be some delays with that as well. For those of you where you are planning to get married this year, there could be some delays with that too, or at the bare minimum, a significant change in direction. I grumbled that a little bit because I didn't want to say it, but if you heard me, you know. But overall, I definitely do feel, and for some of you, the delay here, Virgo, is going to be you finding a partner, but it will happen. This looks like a year where you're meant to, even if it's not gonna last forever, you're gonna have you somebody to cuddle with for one of these seasons this year. So do keep your heart open, Virgo. Then we got peeping. Either you don't trust someone doesn't trust you, or someone's a cheater. That could be coming out for you here this year. Some of y'all may be doing a lot of lurking, and whether you're doing the lurking because you trying to see who your man or woman is talking to online or where they're at by checking their location, I don't know. But be patient. I definitely do feel like happiness is coming, harmony's coming. Even if it's temporary, it's coming, goddammit. Agreed. That's what I got, Virgo. Capricorn. Let's see what your vibe in love is going to be for 2025. Good news or the bad news, Capricorn? I'm going to assume you said you wanted the good news first. You're going to learn so much this year. And there is your ideal version of happiness and joy that you're going to experience in your commitments. But I don't know when you're going to experience that in 2025. I feel like it's really going to depend on you. There's something that you're seeking or a lesson that Spirit is waiting for you to learn before your vault door is open to, like, what your happiness is going to be in love, or what's going to make you feel excited, fulfilled, overjoyed to be with someone. For those of you where you're presently with someone, the relationship is solid, y'all going to be a little broke this year. You'll be okay. Look, I laugh, and I don't laugh to be a bitch. I really don't. Like, me and my man, we got married at 20, and we lived in the most, like, it was Skid Row practically, in a studio, 3rd floor, no elevator. Like, we had mice, we had bed bugs, we had roaches. Sometimes motherfuckers be broke. But if I told you everything we had today, believe me when I tell you that having a struggle year, it's all good. You grow. And nothing will teach you to elevate like loss and stagnation. And for some of y'all, this ain't your motherfucking reading, and you're going to go on to meet your soulmate, or you're going to get married this year. You're going to have a great year. But for those of you where how this resonates and like is for you, growth. A lot of growth. Now, the bad news is you're the one that's going to be in charge of doing the growing. And it's going to feel a little difficult for some of you, and especially those of you where like you keep bumping your head on your love journey. There are lessons to be learned. And that's why y'all, even for the savings card to come out, like I said, for those of you, for some of you, the only issue you're going to have in your relationship this year is a lack of funds. Save. Get you some additional streams of income. Like, someone asked me in the comments how many businesses me and my husband got between the two of us. Like, how many streams of income? Because nothing makes you work harder than struggle. It builds character, Capricorn. Focus on your money this year, especially for those of you where like you're in a situation where it's just like no matter what you do, shit's not getting better, things aren't changing, it's kind of the same thing. Focus on you and focus on what you need to do for you to be happy and get you some motherfucking money. Y'all, the only sign where what I talked about was more about money than love, or you got a lot of maturing to do, and you need to make sure you write down the lessons you're learning, because clearly you haven't learned them, and that's why you're repeating them. Sue me. I'm the honest one, y'all. Anyway, experiencebymona.com or guidancebymona.com. I'm telling you, book a reading. Cancer, let's take a look to see what your vibe in love is going to be for 2025. And I do hope that it's going to be different than Capricorn's, because theirs is to get them some fucking money. Let's see what your vibe in love is going to be. That happens a lot. Like, I won't say a lot, but often enough where I can categorize it as a lot in personal readings, where people will come and like they want to know about love, they want to know about love, they want to know about love, or they come and it's a situation that they got with a partner, but they're like, oh, just whatever comes out in the cards. And then what comes out in the cards is their spirit team telling them to get them some fucking money. Don't worry about love, get you some money. It happens, Cancer. And so for those of you where you've been struggling, you can't find your partner, your best bet is to get you some money while you wait. I'm pulling another one. Seriously, no, I'm not. I feel like you're learning a lot. For some of you, you're going to be focusing a lot on learning lessons this year. Those of you where you're single, I would expect you to, like, the time you spend focusing on yourself, or if you're presently in school or you're presently focused on your career, you're open to love. But it just hasn't quite happened. I do think that at the moment where you least expect it, you are going to experience someone where for some of you, you're going to go on to build a family or go on to experience a lot of happiness. For those of you where you're in a committed relationship, I feel that some of you may be going to counseling, and that's the reason why the Three of Pentacles is present here. I support it. I'm pro therapy. I don't give a fuck which one go to therapy for. I think you should go, and you should talk to someone that understands how the brain, the body, the emotions, all the things work, and how it impacts our day-to-day lives, so that they can help you understand, so that you can apply that information and really like sort through some shit in your life. And for those of you where you're deciding to start therapy, whether it's like couples or individual, it's going to impact your love life so beautifully that you will be pleased. And do remember my message to you, especially if you know that you're like, God damn, we just signed up for therapy yesterday. We were talking about it yesterday. Do it. And stick to it for at least a year. At least a year. Give yourself a good year. That's going to be fantastic. Others of you, you may be meeting someone at work, someone at school. But it looks like an expansion of happiness. And for others of you where you know, like, you know how cold it is? Like, in Alaska, y'all heard that. Anyway, we're just like, that's how cool I am on a hoe. Like, and that's okay. That's an acceptable way to feel. It's an acceptable decision to make. But I feel like you're going to be offered an opportunity that allows you to choose, or you're going to just be experiencing a lot of joy with your family. For some of you, you are empty nesting. A kid just went off to college. You finna be in your whole season, friend, and you enjoy it. Mona, why would you say that? Why wouldn't I? I empower everybody to live their best lives. And like, for some of y'all, that's how that resonates. And I love that for you, Cancer. Enjoy. People gonna be talking. People are going to be talking. Those of you where you and your partner are in therapy, they're gonna be talking. Those of you where you're in school or you're focusing on your career, people gonna be talking. Those of you that are happy, people are gonna be talking. It doesn't matter what you do. People talk. And the best way for you to get over the fact that people talk is to focus on your happiness, focus on your growth, and focus on your money. Ooh, all right, Cancer. That's what I got. Y'all come see me now for tomorrow for Messy Monday. Scorpio, let's see what your vibe in love is going to be in 2025. This is a message that typically comes out more in personal readings. Personal readings are very different. Like the first 5 minutes of a personal with me is us praying. It's us getting comfortable. It's us talking. It's us really like building up. And it's a beautiful experience. But there are often times in personal readings where I have to let people know that I can't see where they're going because it hasn't yet been decided. And even with the moon being present here, Scorpio, I do feel that 2025 in love for you is going to be one that's very emotional, where you have to learn to trust your intuition this year. And you really need to pay attention to how you're feeling. I feel that this is going to be a year where you have to nurture yourself more than you're having to nurture others. And for some of you, you may have a mother that you are going to be spending the majority of your time nurturing, okay? Or your full-time energy, if you're a caretaker, is going to go into who you take care of, right? And then for the rest of you, where you are dating or you are in complicated relationships or whatever that looks like, what things are going to be for you, and do book a personal reading. Your energy is going to be possibly different, more than likely way fucking different than just like a general reading. But it's not yet set in stone how things are going to go. Like, it's still up in the air. And when you start talking about trying to pinpoint energy, especially for those of you where you have a partner and you haven't met this partner, or your partner's not sure if they're gonna stay, it gets murky. It gets murky. But it's definitely going to be, like I said, an emotional year for you. For some, the malfunction card, I'm telling y'all. Then the no rejection card is at the bottom of the deck. Doesn't mean that there's going to be a breakup. It doesn't mean that you're going to be alone all year. It just means that something's going to happen for you in love this year in 2025, Scorpio, where it's going to cause everything to completely shift. Then that's going to depend on intuitively what you decide to do and how you decide to live your life. So if you want to build more on this, or you want to see what the vibe is in love for you in 2025, go to guidancebymona.com. Y'all, I'm excited because I upgraded the website today, so I'm gonna keep talking about it. But anyway, Pisces, let's see what the vibe is in love for you in 2025. Lots of opportunities here. And for those of you who are like, you're newly single, I feel like these, y'all are my last reading, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour into y'all. But there are going to be lots of opportunities for you to go on lots of dates or go on lots of trips, even for there to be a lot of change and transformation for those of you in committed relationships, in like how you and your partner exist. And I feel like there's going to be a very big decision for you guys to make, for those of you in committed relationships. About what? Depends for each and every one of you, but yes. Some of you might be like, girl, what the fuck? People make decisions every day. Yes, but this is like to stay together, to separate, to move to Ireland or Costa Rica, to buy a house or rent for another year. You understand what I'm saying? Those types of decisions. And the interest card is here. Definitely make sure, Pisces, that you're more concerned, especially for those of you who are like, you're dating, that you're not taking an interest in people just because they're interested in you. And that you don't give someone access to you just because they text you, but then the shit they text you and the things that they do are fucked up. Don't do that. Someone needed to hear that message. for those of y'all where you're like, y'all are in relationships and a relationship's pretty solid or it's fantastic, and if it's fantastic, why are you watching this? But yes, I like that. But then, like I said, for the rest of you while you're dating, I can't caution you enough to not jump at the first fish that gives interest just because they said hi. Like, be very stingy with your energy, and not you little dusty wig girlies that be like, you can't take me to Applebee's. It's not a date. It is a date. It's just not on your caliber. Like, don't be funky, okay? Be real open this year. But like, be mindful and discerning with your energy as well. I really do feel like there's a lot of potential for you all this year, Pisces, to experience a lot of joy or just feel really passionate or excited about your love life, whether you are single, separating, or happily connected. That's what I got though, y'all. Book a personal reading, or you can send a tip, or book a live coaching session, get your resume done. So many things you could do. You could book tarot lessons. Click the link in bio or description box, or go to guidancebymona.com. I'll see y'all for Messy Monday. Love you, bye.